Good morning, good morning. So, Tuesday, April 28th. Um, right now I'm down on my CCK position. Uh, if you took that, guys, I'm really sorry. But yeah, I'm down bad on that. Yeah, you can post charts here. Um, yeah, that's fine. Definitely post anything that you see. I really would want to get a really good trade right now. So yeah, all the help. Okay, so SPY, negative net volume right now. Stay out of calls. I'm not going to be in calls. Negative net volume here. UAMY was the perfect setup. Oh my god, dude, I gotta stay away from. Yeah, I just never play earnings. Yeah, I gotta stay away from that kind of stuff. Wow, net calls is selling really, really hard right now. If net volume on a market tide gets to about maybe 300K, we could really see some serious downside. Take a look at the 700. 700 was the target, right? Wow, this looks really good right here for put option setup here. This looks really, really good. But I'm gonna wait until I see net volume for overall market tide accelerating lower. I think that is really what's gonna allow us to see some downside. But guys, if you see my screen here, we have a classic price to premium gap that is manifesting right now. That is kind of setting up. We have net calls here. You see how net calls are way below price right down here. That's the price to premium gap. You're seeing that net calls is falling much faster than price is falling, and so because of that, it's hmm, who's on live right now that isn't muted. All right, I think we're all good. Um, because of this net calls outpacing price to the downside, that tells me that I should at the very least stay away from call options, right? Stay away from call options. So let me pull up Periscope and then see what's happening with gamma exposure. Okay, we have a lot of negative gamma at the 7150. So that's going to be resistance. It's going to be pretty tough to break through that. It looks like it's growing as well. Yeah, CCK was. I should have just stayed away from that. It's a low traded stock. Honestly, I really should have stayed away from it. I should have known. I don't even think that that those contracts. I don't even think they carried over. Yeah, look at this bullshit, dude. I should have stayed away from it, bro. Yeah, I don't even think those contracts carried over, guys. It looks like they did actually. So they did carry over, but so those contracts did carry over. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I mean, I'm part of that shit, so that sucks. It's really hard to focus when you're opening red, when you're down already and the market, just opened. Wow, net calls. Okay, net calls is falling deeper here, guys. Might want to look to see a. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, you can hear. Okay, cool. Um, wow, there's that drop there, price to premium gap that I was talking about. Um, you see, net calls is outpacing price, so I would aim for downside at the moment. Um, Let me take a look and see where the next support is on Periscope. Looks like next support is at 30. It's about a five point move. Um, Let me look at zero DTE. Yeah, net calls is selling pretty hard on zero DTE. We could see some downside here. See if it retests that 71159 area. That could be a good entry point. I'm watching puts. Watching puts, guys. The only problem that I'm seeing is that they're also selling puts. Um, wow, there's a drop there. Fuck. I missed it. Fuck. Damn it. Wow, I missed it. I was sending a message. Ugh. All right, well, that was good. That was good. That was a price to premium manifestation there. As you can see, net calls was outpacing price. If we look at the market tide there, it looks like it has a little bit more room to go. Maybe like 711 flat, maybe 7 below 711. Um, this looks really good for a downside setup, guys. That was a perfect entry there. Missed it, but that's okay. We did call it out, so little brownie points there. Let's look for the next opportunity. Looks like we could get some continuation to the downside, even, guys. So I'm looking at puts. I'm looking at puts, guys. Oh, there's the continuation. There it is. There it is, guys. I hope you're able to kind of see me talk through it, and then also take some trades on your own as well. We're here to work together. Um, I will, obviously give the signal when I enter, but sometimes you do have to kind of click the buttons yourself. So yeah, I mean we're seeing a little bit of downside opportunity here. So as we go and retest that 711.4 area, that might be a good entry point to take some puts. Um, wow, big candle to the upside here. Could be a good opportunity to grab some puts. It looks like price is wanting to fight for that 45 area, but I might short it at the 50 area. If it gets to 71.50 for SPX, might be a good short in that area. So I think someone's looking at ES. me look at ES. $71.80. Um, Hang on, let me look. So 7180 has a ton of positive jacks, but before 7180, the 60 area is going to be a lot of resistance. So it's the peak in the chart that I posted. Okay, so let me see. 7183. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of effort to it's gonna take a lot of effort to get to the 7180. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, 7180 is going to take a lot of effort because you see all this negative gamma right here? That's telling me that there's a lot of resistance to 7180. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. I haven't traded ES. I have, but like I don't trade ES. Oh, you're short at 7180. Yeah, I mean, being short at 7180, man, I'll be honest. I mean, what I'm seeing here, it's like I read it pretty simple, right? Where there's positive gamma, price is gonna have a hard time falling. Just like here right now at 71.45, we have positive gamma there, and that's why price is kind of chopping a little bit because it's wanting to cling to that positive gamma at 71.40. So if you're saying that you shorted the 71.80 area, I mean, yeah, if you shorted it from yesterday like that, yeah, that's great. But I'm trying to understand what exactly you're asking. What I was asking was when we were there, was there a clue in the options to press bigger or further for it to go higher? You want to just come on? Do you have a do you have time to talk, Simon?
Yeah, I do. Good morning. Thank you for giving me the time. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So I shorted 7180 because I had a GEX wall there, right? So, and I got another signal from my own process, right? What I wanted to know was what I'm trying to figure out from the room was there a way to see that call selling was accelerating there or anything within that area that would have said, hey, oversize or be more aggressive. You've got the right area. And I did that at 8:40, between 8:38 and 8:43 is when I entered
This
that position on ES.
this morning?
So what I'm trying to figure out is from what you're working with, are there clues at those levels where I go, hey, I need to either hold this position, like what you just said, we're accelerating call selling to the downside. Was there anything when I was in there that would say, hey, yeah, be aggressive at this level because X, Y, or Z that appeared intra day? Because obviously the GEX level was there when we opened, right?
Yes. When did you enter this morning?
That's set between 7:38 and 7:40. Yeah,
What time period?
today. Oh, Central Standard Time. Excuse me.
Central. Okay, so that was pre-market then. Okay.
No, 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 no. That was after the. That's 15 minutes after the open, roughly.
Really?
Central, we open at 8:30. Yeah, Central opens 8:30. East Coast 9:30.
Six,
West
seven, eight.
Coast
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
6:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we didn't open that high though, or did it open that high on ES?
No, it traded up into it. Here, I'll show you. Hold on one second.
Really? Wow. 3 minute. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. The 78 area or the 80
Yeah,
area?
here I'll give you a picture of it so it's easy for you. So we're not guessing. It's hard when don't have the visual.
Yeah, I think I know where you're. I think I see what you're talking about though. Yeah.
So see where that pink arrow is, right? Like at 8:40, I'll post it. Sorry. Paste. Enter. Okay, see where that pink arrow is on the white bar right at the very top of that picture that I just posted?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my that the white bar is my algo, right? What I'm trying to figure out is, would have you seen anything in real time from what you look at that would have gone, that's a great we have location. Now you can, because those zones don't always hold, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So the goal is to eliminate stops and or increase trade size or aggression at those locations. So I took that out for 14 points. 10 and 14 were my 10 scale, 14 close, and um, and now I'm neutral. I don't have anything right now. But what I would have wanted to know is like, hey, you have a great chance of rolling down to 7150 because, and then your stuff would kick in, so I would know how to adjust.
Yeah. So this is the ES chart that you sent, and you want to know, is there anything on the gamma side that would have told you to hold a little bit longer, or to
Right,
size bigger?
or in the call selling you've been talking about, where the calls are getting sold harder, or if there was some kind of option spike. Is
Yeah.
there
Okay.
anything
Okay.
there that you would have looked at and gone, oh,
Yeah.
that looks like a turn area?
Yeah. Good question. So, um, it I probably would have looked at market tide first. Um, market tide call selling probably would have, that probably would have been, because I'm trying to think of how to parallel it with futures, but that probably would have been the biggest sign there, is just right here around, well, that early. No, not on the call selling side. So let's what I am thinking of though is gamma by strike or normalized gamma. So here's what I would have looked at in the chat early this morning. Um, there's a guy that that has agreed to kind of help me out and post normalized gamma exposure before market opens. So what I recommend, the answer to your question, maybe if you would have known to like size a little bit bigger, I would have looked at gamma exposure by strike, because this morning we, before the market opened, we looked at gamma exposure by strike, and we saw that here normalized gamma has a ton of normalized gamma at the 700. Where is it? At the 700 area, which is 6%. It's a 6% negative normalized gamma at 700 area. So assuming that you would have looked at that, pre-market, and you took your short at pre-market, yeah, everything below that 710 area that we opened up at, or where do we open up at? I think it was 710. Let me see. Yeah, 710, 711 area. Anything below that there, if you look at normalized gamma, is extremely negative. Where is it? Here we go. So if you woke up this morning and you're like, hey, my signal or my strategy is telling me to short, the question is, okay, is there anything on the gamma side, or maybe even on the call selling side, that should have prompted you to go a little bit heavier? On the call selling side, you would have looked at market tide, which is here, but that early, at market open, perhaps maybe you wouldn't have saw that. What the hell? Oh, perhaps maybe you wouldn't have saw that call selling was taking place that early. But damn, I'm missing the move right now. But if you looked at gamma exposure, so what I would recommend that you do is every morning look at, or ask me, or put it in the Discord and say, hey, what is the gamma exposure by strike? Because here we open at 710, 711. If you look at my screen here, normalized gamma is at 3% and 1% at that area, and it's negative, it's red. There's not a ton of high positive gamma above price. Nothing above like 4% or so. But then when you look below price, you're seeing an outstanding gamma of 6% at 700. So that's telling you also, if you look here just on the bars to the left, most of the bars are to the left and below price, below that 710 price. So that's going to tell you that all of the hedging, all of the pressure is to the downside. So if you did have a signal that said, hey, downside, and then you look at normalized gamma exposure that's also showing mostly negative gamma, yeah, that would have been two confluences that would have probably prompted you to kind of go a little bit heavier, or maybe be a little bit more confident in your trade. So I don't know if that helps you a little bit. So at market open, it would have been difficult for you to see some call selling. Holy crap, spies! Am I tripping out or is
Yeah,
SPY?
they're rolling it. They're
Wow,
rolling it. They're down into the RTH low, Globex
wow,
lows
this is
just below.
crazy, dude. Damn, man, I just
Yeah,
missed
so
that.
that's why I wanted to. That's what I was trying to figure out from there
Yeah,
is whether I should have held the position or closed the
yeah.
position.
Normalized
We'll
gamma
learn.
would have told you.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to distract you. I apologize. Go make your money, and we'll chat.
Nah, you're
I
good.
need to set up a time to chat with you, but I haven't figured out quite how to do that. So, is
Go
there
to
an email, or where am I supposed to do that?
go.
Just last thing, I'll drop off.
Yeah, go here. So if anyone else who's listening who wants to do a one-on-one, just go to book a meeting where it says book a meeting, the channel there. If you click that and then just click where it says Calendly, it has all of my availability. And if it's available, then that means that you can book it. So there's no extra cost or anything like that. But
Very cool.
yeah, man, that would have been the thing to do is look at normalized gamma. That normalized gamma is really what helps you to find the magnets, especially when it's negative. Negative gamma is my favorite thing to trade. Positive gamma is a little bit slower of a grind, but with negative gamma, when you see outstanding negative gamma like we did here at the 700 level, for anything below 710 is all negative with the exception of 708, which since 708 is positive, once we get to that level, that's going to be the next line of support. 708 is going to be the next line of support. But if you look, everything below 708, everything below 710 really is all negative. So that's going to tell you that all of the pressure is to the downside, right? There's so much negativity, and then especially that 6% at 700 is going to be far outweighing anything above 715, 720, or anything like that. All those 720s, anything above price is all 3%, 2%, 0%, 1%. But then when you look below price at 700, you see a big fat 6%. That's going to be pulling the price down for sure. And then, so you look at that before market opens. I think it'll really help you with your futures trades. And then for options trades, obviously, I look at market tide is really where I look at. We were able to see that call selling taking place. I did, put it in the chat to watch puts. I obviously missed it myself, but that price to premium gap that we talked about, right? Net calls was outpacing price to the downside. We saw that in real time, and obviously that's exactly what happened. I didn't get to take the trade, unfortunately, but that's okay. So yeah, hopefully I was able to kind of add a little bit for any futures traders. Yeah, just check normalized gamma. That really tells you, uh, the next support, if you will, the next target, right? The next magnet. So yeah, futures is a different game. I think it's a little bit of a safer game too, more mature trading, if you will. All right, so I missed that move.
So I'm gonna jump off your stream, but I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
I mean, I
problem.
can jump. I'm gonna mute out. I appreciate your time, and thanks for letting me jump in.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, bro. Contribute, whenever you can, guys. Anybody, if you guys can contribute. I'm not just the best options trader in the world. I'm learning. So, I'm just sharing what I have learned. Another thing too, guys, here is you can see that negative gamma increased on the daily net gamma. So if you look at the daily net gamma, the last 3 days have been about 700K. Then today we move up to 900K, negative 900K. So hedging is starting to kind of take place to the downside a little bit. So checking that at pre-market obviously was good as well. A few people mentioned that, so that was good. That was really, really good. Just really got to get better at actually entering that, that prime entry point there. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my Robinhood, kind of take a look at some things here. Wow, there's no support until 71.05. Wow. So no support until 71.05. That's a big 20-point drop there. I just hope that it doesn't chop. Looks like net volume is, wow, net calls is accelerating deeper. Guys, I might want to just try some puts here. I think I might just try some puts here, guys. Because we got that big green candle that retested us higher. And so this might be a really good entry point. I'm looking at SPY right now on my Robinhood. So if you're listening with me, I'm gonna look at like 710 puts. I'm gonna look at 710 puts. I do think it might bounce just a little bit, so I might wait for a sec. I'm looking at 710 puts. SPY 710 puts 0 DTE. Oh no, all right, yeah. Let me try to move forward a little bit and help with the voice a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear the voice a little bit better. But yeah, right now I'm gonna be a bit patient. I'm gonna be a bit patient with entering at the moment. It looks like it wants to bounce a bit here. This could be a pretty good entry point actually, because it's pushing up against that EMA, and that EMA is going to push price back down. I'm looking on the 3 minute chart for trading view, but then I'm also looking at Periscope and net flow here. Net calls is hitting a daily low, guys. Those 710 puts are looking pretty good right now. Net calls is hitting a daily low. Yeah, those 710 puts. I'm gonna try those at 140. I'm gonna try those at 140. 710 puts at 140. Boy, I'm a bit worried about the chop, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take that trade. 710 puts at oh damn, they already went down to 130. Shit. All right, so 130 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get filled. So if you can get filled here, I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well. So go ahead and press. But wow, it's dropping a lot. What the? Okay, so it's at 118 right now. I haven't quite pressed send just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of wait just a tad. This candle's gonna close in about 40 seconds, so I'll wait for that. 710 puts for SPY, trading at about 119 right now. If you can get filled, 710 puts is what I'm looking at, and what I'm looking at is net call premium is hitting a daily low, and net volume is approaching 1 million. If it can accelerate to 1 million, that would be really good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and enter at 130. All right, I'm filled at 130. I'm filled at 130. 710 puts at 130. I'm gonna go ahead and send it into the chat. Unusual Whales has been a little weird lately, but I'm not gonna fret. So I'm in SPY 710 puts. 710 puts at 130. Wow. And of course they freaking rip it up as soon as I enter. It's crazy. Okay, I'm in SPY 710 puts at 130. Reason why I'm in SPY 710 puts is net call premium hitting a daily low. This positive gamma at 7130 has been decreasing, seeing some negative gamma increasing below that. And then it is showing that the next available positive gamma is not until 7105. Boy, if we get a flush to 7105, that would be a 20-point drop, and that would be really, really good. So I'm in 710 puts, 710 puts because seeing some negative gamma net calls also hitting a low of the day there. Net volume also approaching a low of the day. I'm a little worried here because it does look like net calls has stalled, which is why I said, the data has been kind of weird lately. Because just seconds ago it was showing that, you know, net calls was outpacing price. That's okay. We're getting a nice little push down right now, and that's great. So I'm filled at 130. Let me see what my contract is up to now. Boy, it hasn't moved at all. Okay. Um, wow. Yeah, we're getting a push down, but my contract's not moving. Is something wrong with the Robinhood today? What the heck? Nice push down here. All right. It's up to 140 now. It's up to 140. Depending on your size, just see profit, take profit. It's now at 140, guys. We're up 15%, 153. Wow, 15%, 20%, 20%, 156. Make sure you see profit, take profit. Make sure you see profit, take profits. Nice push down there. Very, very nice push down. Very happy with that. 20%, guys, take profit. I mean, it's a base hit, base hit there. Very, very nice base hit. 20% in profit. It's up to 160, 156, sorry, 156. Wow, it's moving now, guys. We're in business. Very nice. 175, 30%. Wow, 175. Very, very good, guys. We're in profit. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. 175. We saw that net calls was hitting a low of the day. We saw that on Periscope there. Uh, that positive gamma was decreasing, and it's trading in negative gamma. The next support is not until 7105. But hey, see profit, take profit, guys. That was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful call there. 30% trade base hit. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very happy with that one. That was good. So we missed that big move down earlier, but we were able to get 30% right then and there. That was awesome. Very excellent. Very happy with that. Looks like it wants to push even a little bit lower. That was such a good trade. Very, very good. We were able to warn that ahead of time and take that trade. Hopefully, someone was able to follow up on that. Um, I did take that, and that was a solid 30% there. Yeah, next target is that 71.35.25. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, they'll probably work to hold it there, Simon, like you said. That was good. Because they're going to want to fight for that 30 positive gamma. So, yeah, that's what we're seeing right now. Big rebound. But that was such a good trade, guys. Hopefully, you were able to get in on that. Nice. Yeah, one DTE is a little hard because it moves slower. But good. Good trade there. Warm up the broker a little bit. good scalp. And again, remember, like I said, with SPY, guys, you really just have to see profit and take it. You really just have to take that money, really, if you will. Net calls is hitting a new low again. Um, so that's quite interesting. So keep eyes on that. Net call is hitting a new low again. So we're pushing lower right now. It's got a little bit of room to run lower. Net calls hitting another new low. Wow. So net volume is now at 1 million, negative 1 million. Um, Looks like SPY wants to take another leg down. Let me look at the 5 minute. 5 minute might want to fight for some support here, so just be careful. But we are seeing net calls hitting a new low. Wow, guys, this next candle is gonna push us to new low of the day. New low of the day might be coming in really, really quick here. Let's watch it. We're seeing a little bit of a outpacing in premium here to the downside. There it is. There's the new low. There's the new low. Quick tap, right? Super quick tap. Wow, we are just calling out all the moves this morning. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Hard to trade though, right? Still, nonetheless, hard to trade. There's the big push down. There's the big push down. There we go. New low of the day, as I just mentioned seconds ago. So that was good. Very, very good. Seeing some chop though, man. Wow. It's a little bit of a slow drip, so it's not fun. This is not a fun price action, but it's there, and that was good enough for a 30% trade, earlier. So that was good. Man, I can't believe how bad CCK fucked me, bro. This is crazy. Hmm. Looks like we're about to enter some choppy territory now. Yeah, it's fighting for that 30 gamma level. That's really what it's fighting for there. Dalen, for the price target, it's hard for me to trade with targets because stuff changes all the time. But right now, it's fighting for 7130 positive gamma. So it's fighting for 7130 positive gamma. So it might kind of chop a little bit. If you look here, 7130 has got some positive gamma. It looks like it's growing too. So you just want to be careful because it's gonna want to fight for that 7130. chart looks much better when you zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna fight for 71.30. Um, watch for 71.30, guys. 71.30. That's where it's fighting for. There it is. So let's see. SPX. It's already moving towards 71.30. 7130 calls are at 11:30. I'm gonna do a watch list on them and see how it works out. 7130 call watch list. It's at 11:65. So that's already 12:25 now. There we go. SPX quick scalp 7130. I think it pushes higher into 7130. 1185, 1230. There we go. 1230 for 7130 call options. There we go. 1275 for 7130 call options on SPX. 1290. 15%. Beautiful. Beautiful. Pushed into that 7130 area, just as I mentioned, that positive gamma. So 7130 call options on SPX are now up 20% to 1315. They were just at 1130. They were just at $11.30. They are now at $12.60. So about a 20. Oh, big move there. Wow. SPX 1420, SPX 7130 calls are just went from 1130 to 1370. It was a big jump there, 20% jump. Very, very good call out there. Wow, beautiful. You see how that price just went from 71.25, 71.20 area, and it fought for that positive gamma, as I mentioned. Big, nice candle here, 20% trade. That was good. It was a watch list though, so hey, it's about the trade, right? It's not about the money. It's about the trade. So that was good. That was excellent. 7130 was that target, and that's where it went. Oh man, when you were in puts, are you scalping zero DTE? Oh damn, didn't get filled for a sell. Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, it's hard, man. You really trading. You really just have to buy into the idea that you gotta have your finger on the sell button. Oftentimes, guys, this is a really big tip. When I take a trade, right? Immediately after I take that trade and I enter, I immediately set a sell for a minimum of 10%. So if I take a trade and it's $1, I will immediately at right after I enter, I immediately go and set a sell for $1.10. Just so that at the very least, if it pushes into that, it sells it automatically. No questions asked. So I, you know, I implore you to really try to practice that. When you enter a trade, immediately after you enter the trade, send an order for a sell, right, to sell the trade at 10 to 20%, right? So just do the math, right? If you get filled at 50 cents, set a sell limit for, 60 cents immediately after, right? If you get filled for $1, set a sell limit for $1.10 immediately after, so that as price pushes into your sell, you're not left holding a bag if it just wicks. You know what I mean? If price just wicks, and barely taps your sell, but then you by the time you press sell, it's not gonna fill. But if you send it before, right? If you send the order right like after you enter the position, um, even if price wicks to that price, it'll sell it for you automatically. So just keep that in mind. So we did push up to that 71.35 area and we rejected that negative gamma there. So right now, guys, be careful because what's going to happen is price is going to bounce between 25 and 35. Why? Because there's negative gamma at 25 that's going to want to pull price down. But before it even hits that negative gamma, there's some positive gamma at 30. So price is going to hold the 30 area. It might drop a little bit below the 30 area, like to 25, but once it drops below the 30 area, it's going to want to keep that positive gamma at 30. Um, but since there is negative gamma above 30, it's pretty much just gonna ping pong between 35, 30, and 25. So it's gonna go from 30 to 35, back down to 30, then to 25, back up to 30, and I think that's what we're gonna see, um, maybe at least for the next hour, unless this positive gamma at 30 decreases. And if it decreases, then the next target is going to be 71.05. Yeah, the sell limit is really, yeah, sell limit and just 20%, sometimes even 10%, that'll really get you into the habit of just taking profits, just real quick and winning the trade. Guys, you want to make sure that your goal is to win the trade. Just win the trade. Just focus on that. Okay, we're seeing a little bit of a price to premium gap to the downside, just a little bit. Nothing big, but enough to kind of give us maybe a 30-cent move, maybe 45-cent move, or maybe even a $1 move. What the hell? From 70.4 to 79.4. Yeah, that's a $1 move that could get there. Net calls hitting a new low of the day. Boy, could be a good entry point here if you're not in any puts. And again, scalp. So you might be able to scalp, 30 points, 30 cents up, 30 cents down, 30 cents up, 30 cents down, right? There's that price to premium gap there. Beautiful, beautiful manifestation from 710.60 to 710.2. About a 40-cent drop there from up here to down there. 50-cent drop now. That was awesome. Nice push down to that premium area, right? Price to premium. You see how price was trading up here, and now it's catching down to that premium level there. So that was awesome. I just called that out seconds ago. Really, really good scalp. It's pushing much lower now, about a 50-cent drop. Now about a 60-cent drop, much lower. Wow, very, very nice. Very nice there. Really, really good. The way I translated that is short 71.59, 10-point stop, and 10-point scale, one and trail to see if we break low. Yeah, that's the perfect way of reading that. It's a perfect way of reading it, dude. Um, let's see the chart here. 71.50. So we're at 55 right now. About right here, okay? Yeah. Man, he's doing it. Crap. Wow. Futures is a different game, dude. Half and free ride. Nice. Yeah, you always want to hold some runners. Hold some runners. It's good. Okay, net volume at negative 1 million Periscope. Yeah, dude, it's looking, dude. If this negative gamma at 7130, or excuse me, if this positive gamma at 7130, like decreases, man, price can really fall to 7105. But this 30 area is gonna it's gonna be persistent. It's gonna want to keep price kind of chopping. So here we are at 25. I expect us to bounce here at the 25 area to keep the 30 area. Let's look at spot gamma. Let's look at spot gamma and see some total volume. Yeah, it looks like total volume is leaning bearish here. Leaning bearish here. You see this here to my right? Volume is over gamma per 1% price change in volume is over 18 billion. So that's really bearish scenario, if you will. Anything over 10 million is already bearish, and we're at negative 18. Sorry, not million, billion. So definitely bearish downside setup right here. Stay out of calls. Stay out of calls that are like not scalps, right? So right now is some serious scalping action right now. Let's look at market tide. Yeah, just some really scalpy action, if you will. Don't want to call it choppy, but yeah, choppy, scalpy, same thing, right? Most of the Mag 7 are negative, so chances of a rebound for SPY to go green is extremely low right now. So if you're thinking that, don't think that. Nice. Somewhat of a pop here. There we go. That's what I just talked about. Is it's gonna. I'm expecting that bounce at the 25 to fight for that 30 area, because that positive gamma at that 30 area is still there. What's interesting though is it did decrease. 30 decreased right now, guys. So thirty has decreased a little bit in positive gamma, and 25 has increased in negative gamma. So this might be a good entry point as well, for puts. But let's see though. Let's see how it reacts to this EMA on the 3 minute chart. Because if it closes above this EMA, then I want to stay out of puts. Right. So here it is fighting for that 30. There's that 30 that it's fighting for. Suppose that would have been a really good scalp as well, because just 2 minutes ago I said, hey, I'm expecting a bounce at 25 because it's going to want to fight for that 30. So let's see what the trade would have looked like. Yeah, it would have been a 20% trade, pretty good. Could have been a 40% trade had you sniped it perfectly, but it's not what we're aiming for. Some good scalp opportunities right now though, because it looks like price is really respecting gamma levels. Really, really respecting gamma levels right now. We just called out a ton of scalps right now, about 3 or 4 scalps. I might take the next one. So just be on par, be ready. tide net calls hitting a new low of the day, so that's interesting. Let's look at some flow and see what's coming in on some flow maybe. Walmart, Verizon. Yeah, I'm staying away from names that I don't typically trade. Fuck CCK, bro. Look at this shit. They're buying more? Screw them, bro. Hell no, I'm not following that shit. Hmm. Seems like there hasn't been a lot of notable flow coming in. What's happening? Hmm. Wow, is it really that dry? Yeah, there's that ping pong that we were talking about. Just gonna bounce between that 30 and that 25. It's really surprising there's not a lot of flow that's coming in. I'm just kind of browsing Twitter. It looks like price is just gonna chop for a little bit between that 25 and 30 area. So I'm just looking on Twitter, seeing if there's anything that catches my eye. Dude, I can't believe CCK, bro. My God, that was so stupid, bro. I'm actually pissed. actually feels like somebody just like manipulated it. Like that's crazy, dude. Damn, dude, there's been no flow coming in? What the hell? Are my alerts working? My alerts aren't working. I don't think my alerts are working right now. Yeah, I don't think my alerts are working. What the fuck? Trump about to speak with King Charles and the King No Kings rally. That can't be why I'm not getting any alerts, is it? Unless motherfuckers really are just waiting for Trump. That'd be crazy. But it puts market on silent hold until he starts yapping. Yeah. But damn, dude. It's been like nothing. Yeah, daily market tide's not even alerting, so I think there's something wrong. Oh, you're good. Yeah, I think something's wrong. It's not signaling my alerts. Oh shit, spy's moving. Yeah, I think alerts are broken. There's a downside, price to premium gap. Hmm. We can scalp this. I think we can scalp this one here. Looking at puts. Looking at puts. Looking at puts here. Puts. Spy puts. Spy puts. Looking at spy puts. Spy 710 puts. Spy 710 puts is at 117. Spy 710 puts at 117. Oh man, am I missing it? Spy 710 puts at 117 right now. Ooh, I think I want to get filled. I'm gonna get filled on Spy 710 puts. Hang on, let me look at Periscope. Fuck man, it's already dropping. Fuck, dude. Oh man, I didn't get Still at 117 though. I'm gonna wait for about 30 seconds here and then get it filled on the next candle. So SPY 710 puts is what I'm looking at. SPY 710 puts for scalp, super scalp. SPY 710 puts. I'm gonna go ahead and send the order now. See if I get filled. Okay, I'm in SPY 710 puts. Filled at 116. Filled at 116. SPY 710 puts filled at 116. It's up to 120 right now. SPY 710 put up to 120. There's a nice push, guys. If you're in profit, see profit, take profit. Um, it's now at 129. See if we get a little bit of a lower push here. It'd be really nice. Ugh, damn. I'm still in. No, it should push lower. It should push lower. Seeing net calls at a pretty low. Should push lower here. I'm still in. Okay, here we go. Nice push. I think I might get out here, guys. It's in profit. Quick scalp. I'm up 10%. It's at 126. It's at 126, 10%. I'm gonna set a order for 126. Wow, dude, this thing keeps going back and forth. Okay, I set an order for 126. So if you get actually not 126, 129. Sorry, I set an order for 129. So if you get filled, that'll be it. I'll be out. Um, wow, I was just about to get filled. What the heck? Wow, I'm literally 4 cents away from getting filled, bro. There we go. Come on, boys. There we go. I got filled 10%. 10% scalp, not bad. But this is hard price action, so keeping it small. Nice push down. There we go. You should have got sold right there. aren't coming in. Really nice push here. Thank God. You guys should have got filled. 100% you should have got filled. I think it's up. It should be up at least 20% right now. Let me take a look. I got filled at 10%. It's up to wait. How do you check? Okay, go on the option. Okay, yeah, the options train. It's up to 136. It's up to 136. So you should be filled. You should be filled. 136. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful push. Wow. So we're 2 for 2 here. Very nice. Wow, I really like that. I got out too early then, huh? 140. Wow. This is so nice. 145. 145. Wow. Wow. Beautiful push down here. Beautiful push down here. Beautiful push down here. Wow. There's the price to premium gap manifest right there, guys, before your eyes. We see that price was up here, premium was down here, and as you can see, price has since closed the gap and caught down to premium. So you're in profit. Looks like it's up to 149. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. We're calling every move today, huh? This is really good. Hmm. Why do I feel like stuff's not working right now? of the day on SPY. $71.05 is going to be the next target there. Yeah, CCK was too good to be true, man. What's up with my freaking notifications, bro? Yeah, there's that bounce. I think someone just mentioned that. It was like extended. Looks like it wants to fight for 30 again. Looks like it wants to fight for 30 again. Um, yeah, looks like it wants to fight for 30. Yeah, this negative gamma moved positive. Looks like it wants to fight for 30. Let's look at some call options. 710 calls. 710 calls are looking good. 710 calls. And the reason why I'm saying it's going to fight for 30 is because you see that this negative gamma here, this negative gamma at the 25 level has decreased. So it has moved from large negative gamma to lesser negative gamma. So it's moved into the positivity range. Now, this positive gamma at 30 is going to work in conjunction with this negative gamma moving into positivity, and it could bring price up towards that 7130 area. So that's what I'm looking at, this positive gamma that is outweighing this negative gamma. Positive gamma at 30 outweighing negative gamma at 25. Price is going to want to fight for that positive gamma. It's going to want to keep that positive gamma. So I'm looking at SPY calls at the moment, or SPX calls. Nothing but just an 8-point move. But really, for a 0 DTE scalp, it could bring in some profits. So let's look at 710 calls for SPY. So 710 calls right now are 114, 115. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one at 115. So I'm filled at, actually got filled at 113 actually, so it's good. So filled at 113. Mm, looks like a bit of a struggle here, but I'm in. I'm in at 113. 710 call option, SPY 0 DTE. I'm filled at 113. Um, what I'm expecting is for price to again bounce towards that 7130 area because this negative gamma has moved into positivity. So since this negative gamma has moved into positivity, it's eased that short gamma area, right? So price can actually bounce off of this 7120 area and move to 7130. But it's going to take a little bit of momentum to move through this negative gamma because it has decreased, right? This negative gamma has moved into positivity. Um, that is telling me that that hedging there for market makers, short gamma, has eased a little bit, and with that short gamma hedge easing, price can actually move towards that positive gamma at 7130 area. So that's what I'm watching for right now at the moment, and that's why I'm in some SPX call options at the moment, or SPY call options at the moment. Now, this is solely based off of gamma. So I'm not looking at any other tools except for gamma at the moment. So it's a little bit riskier in that aspect. But again, price has been fighting for that 30 all morning. So I'm gonna just go ahead and sit in this trade. I'm in 710 call options filled at 113, 0 DTE for SPY. Bit of a difficult trade right now, I'll be honest. It's not moving how I want it to move. Down about 3%. 3%, down about 3%. If I can get a 10% scalp, that'd be great. Um, but it's struggling right now at the moment. So, oof, it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good because net calls has hit a new low. So it's not looking too good for my call options right now. I'm looking at only gamma. I'm down negative 4%. If I hit negative 10%, I might actually consider cutting that loss. But at the moment, I'm down about one to 3%, 1 to 5%. Um, it's down from 113 to 107. I got filled at 113. It's down to 107. And again, what I'm looking at is this positive gamma at 7130. I'm looking for price to fight through this negative gamma at 25 and get to that positive gamma at the 30 area. It's going to be difficult though. So I just want to throw that out there, guys. Make sure that you are managing your risk. Oh man, I'm down 6% right now. Ugh, this is not looking good right now. Yeah, net calls is hitting a new low, and so it's making it a bit difficult for price to stay afloat. Um, but I'm in right now, and I'm just gonna stay in and see if I can trust that data to manifest positive gamma at 7130. Let's see. This negative gamma though is making it difficult. I'll be very honest. this isn't looking too good, guys. I might have to cut this trade. Yeah, I'm already down 10%. It's fluctuating between 8 and 10. I'm considering cutting this trade here. So yeah, guys, I think we should get out. Yeah, I'm cutting this. I'm about to send it out right now. It's just struggling. Why is it struggling so much? Yeah, I'm gonna cut this because net calls is hitting a new low. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it, guys. I just sold. Sold at 105. Actually, 107. Yeah, because at this point it's just chopping. Um, it's all right. Yeah, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look through notable flow, but it's not. I'm not getting any noticeable flow alerts. I already hit up. I already hit up Snorlax about it, and I haven't gotten an alert since 7:49, over an hour ago. I don't know what's going on. Is it just me? Am I even streaming right now? Wait, can you guys even see my screen right now? What the? Oh no, it says I am streaming. That's weird. Oh, you can't see my screen? What the flip? Oh man, so I think it's my computer, guys. All right, I might have to log off and then log back in. Yeah, I might have to log off because I don't